Hello and welcome to Inside the Box Gaming. I had another Minecraft video filmed, but I became a bit overzealous in the settings, and 43 gigabytes later, I could not do anything with the video files. So we're just gonna do a shortened version. That's just came out terrible. Okay. So you may be wondering why I'm recording Minecraft all of a sudden, and it is because I have DX Tour now. It is a lot less CPU demanding than fraps. There are occasional lag spikes, but for the most part it's pretty good. So I'm just kind of walking around my current 1.0.0 world. Here's a little area behind the painting. Here's my bedroom. Here's a hall that leads into my crafting and smelting, along with my living room. And then you can come down here. There's my front entrance. Nice little glass window area. I know I'm using my personally created texture pack, and I know the windows need slightly better texturing, but for the most part I think it's come out quite nice. And you can go in here, see some of my stuff. I have bobbing off. I was trying to kill everything just to get it to work, and then it's just because I had such a massive save file that it didn't want to. Then you come up here and you get to my bedroom, or you can go around up here, go up here, and get my eventual forest. There's some trees here right now. There'll be more. Don't worry. So that's pretty much all of this world. I haven't done a whole bunch. If you ever see me go into my inventory, you'll see too many items. All of the worlds I show you tonight will be legit. I just use too many items when I'm doing like projects or something, and it makes it easier to hack stuff in on multiplayer servers, even with creative mode, because creative mode is set up in a way that isn't numerically ordered. I guess I can show you the front area up here. You see that cobblestone down there? That's just kind of to prevent this from flowing everywhere. I told myself that I would not alter the bottom, but I had to break that rule, unfortunately, because, you know, let's at least restore it a little bit. Because otherwise, every time I got in here, it would keep trying to suck me back into there, and I actually died once because of that. So, death equal bad. And then I made those. You just come down here and you get to my mine, and that is literally this world so far. I'm going to expand that area behind the bed at some point. And also, don't expect a lot of Minecraft Let's Plays. I'll occasionally do ones. I'll probably make a new Minecraft world just for the Let's Play, so I can play in my free time without constantly recording and then feeling guilty. I'll show you evolutions of that world though. Then I created this world as like a transition world, just kind of a more transition world, and we'll start off in the farm. The underground farm. So, here's the sugarcane area. If you take a left or a right, depending on your direction, follow this hall, you get to my wheat/pumpkin/melon farm. Or you can go all the way back to the beginning where you get my cereal textured red mushrooms and my milk textured brown mushrooms. and I will eventually have a serial texture for that. At least I believe. There's some chance that that may not be original. I got it from a friend, so if it is original, then I'll use it. If it's not, I'll make my own. There's a pool. That's about it for this world. I do have a mine, but it's fairly insignificant. Okay. And that's just the transition between 1.8 and 1.0. And then there's this one. And then the bottom three maps, it's just a survival map I was playing. It had over 120 floating islands, a texture pack testing thing, and a super docile map. Super docile being the friendly series Vex released. And this world, we are on my dock. So you can... I've done quite a bit with this world, as you can see by my expansion, my armor and supplies. So, and we'll get to that last. I know exactly what order I'm doing this in this time. Okay. There's a little water gate I made. It requires both of the levers to be off in order for the water to flow, or they can both be turned on and the water will flow even better. And you can come up here, and there used to be a mountain here. I got bored one day. And then we can head over here next to my fancy 100-meter long minecart track, and I'll show you my original house in this world. So this is just a short little thing I made from my house to the area when I was building my house, and on the thing popped up. And then I planted that sugar cane. I was bored, so I planted some sugar cane, planted that sugar cane too. So now we're here at this house. And I know I went a bit over with the torches here and at the dock, but you know, I have lots of resources. So there's a little service store underwater. I lived up here for a while, and then I moved into the basement and left it kinda empty. You go down here and you get to my incinerator. And then you come down here and you get into my basement. Here's my bedroom, nice bed, some books, a seat in front of the warm fire. Here's my crafting and smelting room. Here's my old storage room. All of those chests are empty. And here is my secret passage behind the painting. Okay, so back up. We'll retake the minecart and go to the other side of this map. And then I'll show you that main base, and that'll be about it for this episode. I believe I'm running on 10 minutes right now. And I'm gonna try and keep these to 15. I'll probably have a Rise of Nations up tonight too, because I did not get anything uploaded last night. I apologize for that. I was fairly busy. So, you know, just didn't work out. Okay, so we'll go out here, and I apologize if you hear some background noise. So then we get to this considerably longer minecart track. And yes, everything here has been harvested legitly. There used to be a whole forest in this area, and I've cut it all down quite thoroughly. So this track will take us to my most modern mine, and I have the fences to keep well, just mobs in general off of my track, because a cow on the line will just stop you and send you backwards, and it's really annoying. And then there's this mountain, and I do have some doors along it in case I need to make an emergency exit or entrance. So you come out here, and here's my rock fort, and I'll be right back. I had to go say hi to my parents, family before YouTube. Is there anything? Some water buckets and some food. Oh, it's actually quite a bit of food. And this is just like a little outpost at my mine. My newest mine. And that old one, that old house was very expansive. I got most of my supplies from it. So this one's just kinda, it went straight out in all directions. I branched in some of the places, but it's not a terribly spectacular mine. And then you head back up the stairs, and I also make these one higher than than people usually do. It's easier to go through and access that way. Okay. I left the gate open. Okay. So now then, we ride our second to last Minecraft journey back into my base. And I think I've already said this, but this is the world that I've put the most effort into out of all of my worlds. I've had a lot of fun in it, but since I had such a wide area explored that wasn't 1.0.0, I just went ahead and scrapped it. Well, not scrapped it, but I stopped playing it once 1.8 came out, because like I said, there just was too much new stuff that I'd have to go really far to see, and there would be no easy way to move. So now we get to this base, and I am on peaceful right now. It's just made for ease of recording. I have a nice sugarcane farm, some trees. Those hadn't grown in the first episode, so glad they're making an effort. And this leads to the basement of my base. It's a fairly new development, as you can see there. Just 2 mushrooms down here, and very little in the way of organized rooms. And then you get to my cobblestone tower, and that pool of water's so I can just jump down from the top and not take any damage, which I shall demonstrate. And you can actually get a pretty nice view from up here. Takes a bit of time to climb, and it's kind of scary with the lag on the turns, but so you can get a pretty good view of the land. There's just a better view of what my local area looks like, in case you were wondering. When I have no better tool to use at the time, I usually just have a sword out, just because I like swords. You can kill stuff with them, and you know. Yeah, and you can defend yourself. Okay, so demonstration. No damage taken. Okay, so then here's my fairly small wheat farm, and there's an infinite water spring. So then I also have this little minecart track, and this is just kind of a way to get around my base quicker. So here's my incinerator, and then I also have an automatic cactus farm. And the cactus farm took me a lot longer than it should have. I ran into logistics problems and all that stuff. Here's a demonstration of how good the incinerator works. And here's a pool that I can fish in. Here's my melon farm. Yes, there's some glowstone. I have been to the nether. You can see the portal there, at the heart of my base. And I added these doorways just to make it easier to get in and out. So there's a little structure around the nether. I don't have anything built in the nether, so you're not missing out, don't worry. Okay. Then we come up here. And we reach this little scaffolding area. I used this to build the bottom part, and it's just like a last defense, and I just thought it was kind of cool. And then we get to my main base. Furnace is in the floor. My row of chests. Some dungeon and miscellaneous. Mined stuff. More mined stuff. Food. Diamond armor. Equipment. Wood. Like I said, there was a forest here at one point. More food. Mob drops. Cobblestone. Smooth stone. Uneatable food items. Some wools and dyes. And then there's also... we can just go ahead and take this down. It does tend to catapult you over unless you bring yourself back in time. Okay. And those beds actually do work. I'll end this episode by showing you how all those beds work. You know, you don't need to be in a fully enclosed area to sleep. So then I built this wall area. And like I said, I did all of this based out of that house for a while, and I do have an Aether files attached to this map actually. I found it lagged too much and it was just too glitchy really to be worth the effort, but there is an Aether world attached, and I do have a little bit of development there. And on another thing popped up. Okay. So, there's my base, and I'll go ahead and end by sleeping. I hope you enjoyed my worlds, and I'll be posting some more of this sometime in the future. This episode's actually 20 minutes, a bit longer than I wanted to go for, but I'll accept that as a fact of life. And goodbye.